All right, guys, I'm going to show you how you can start an instant agency, how you can deliver AI automations and AI services to businesses really fast, really easily, with low cognitive effort, and it's just like amazing work. And amazing is relative. So, how are we going to do this? I found personally from the past like 3 months, the easiest way to get clients is through Instantly. I want to distinguish Instantly from an instant agency. Instant agency is about delivering fast, right? So I tried cold email engines like basically instantly as a service, but that was stressing me out. Like I got people who wanted that like towards the end of my efforts, but I just said no to them because it was just too stressful. So then I switched to web design because I saw like just how amazing Gemini 3 Pro is when it came out a month ago. And guys, I was really never into website design until Gemini 3 Pro came out. And so that got me so excited that I even made a tool that makes it even easier. So you basically just enter a business's site and you just get a site back. And then you pay, essentially, you're just copy pasting your way to delivering really fast to clients. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So essentially, this was one of my top performing campaigns. I'm going to show you exactly what I sent. And so I just tried different email copy with ChatGPT, and this one turned out to be my highest performing one. I got three really positive replies for like a free orders. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So basically, I'm saying, hey, I rebuilt your homepage, right? I took a pass at your homepage. I don't even know what this means. I just tried it from ChatGPT, and I took a pass at your homepage, and as a single page concept. So the idea is you want it to be like just something quickly you can deliver. And again, it's not a mock-up; it's like a real site. And so, why are you going to give a free site to clients? Like, what's the value of that? Like, why would they pay you if it's a free site? Um, because first of all, like they're going to need revisions, and it's not perfect, but it's enough to show them like a vision with not putting too much work on you. So you send this out to your ICP, like yoga studios, marketing agencies, etc., etc. So then they reply back to you. They're gonna have a domain in their email. You take that domain, you enter it in this tool, reimagineapp.ai. Again, disclaimer: I made this tool, but there's a free plan, so you can get value out of that. And you just enter their site into Reimagine App and click generate. It produces the site, and then you just paste it into Lovable. If you don't know what Lovable is, you just go to lovable.dev, paste it in. You can create a free account here, and you can create a free account on Lovable and just deliver this for free. So I'm going to show you how this works in practice. So I just took two sites that could use possibly a redesign. And quality is relative. Like I actually don't find this site that bad, but maybe the person on the other end wants a new redesign. There could be so many different reasons why they want to redesign, and so yeah, you might want to test it out. So I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm gonna paste it here, and let's create, I don't know, 3 redesigns here. So it's generating, okay, and so you're gonna see here, it's sent to create the new site. I'm gonna try another one. I'm gonna try maybe saying, make it really cinematic and beautiful. Surprise me with different visuals, but contextual to the app, I guess. Contextual, why am I saying app? To the ICP content or whatever. You can just enter a little bit and you can get a lot back. So I'm just gonna try this a few times. And I'm also gonna try this site that I pulled up. Maybe we might try this right here. And I'm gonna also say more visual, less text, bigger text, more impact, all relevant. I don't know, just saying random stuff here. I'm still improving this tool, so if you guys have feedback for me, much appreciated. I'm gonna try to like add sort of like different ways you can just sort of select already powerful prompts to again make it really instant to deliver on this instant agency thing. I don't know if I submitted this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sites being submitted. Let's send 2 of these. And again, you're just sort of pasting their site for the most part. You don't have to do all this. prompting even. You can just submit their site. And you're just gonna wait about 5 to 7 minutes. It takes 5 to 7 minutes to generate the site. All right, so the sites are starting to come back in. So I'm gonna refresh. So four already. So that took about 7 minutes while I'm processing these different designs. And so I'm just gonna go to Lovable and start pasting these in. If you don't have a Lovable account, you can just create a free one. So I'm gonna copy this. Okay, and then just paste. And I can open many Lovable ones at the same time. So that's what sort of makes this really powerful. And if you want to automate this in the sense like have someone overseas or something, doing this for you, you can just instruct them on how to copy paste all this in the right ways and deliver amazing sites. But I recommend that as like a later scaling option. You want to first prove this for yourself. I don't know if I pasted that. Okay, let's get these going. I'm going to refresh this. Those should be, well, okay. Let's get these two. And so why am I creating multiple of the same company? Essentially, you want to test different redesigns, because you don't know for yourself what will work. Like you want to see different designs to choose the best ones so that they really like it. Also, what I do is I send them multiple designs for free. I don't just send them one anymore. I send them multiple because you don't know what their tastes and preferences are. By showing them multiple designs, essentially you get more shots on goal, if that's the right terminology here. Paste. Let's get another one. I think the more Lovable tabs you open at a time, though, the more it slows down a bit. Let's see. I have two more. Okay, one is ready. I'm going to copy that. Let's get this going. Paste. And, literally, it's copy paste. And yeah. And so, like, contrast this to, like, delivering a phone agent. I used to do that. It would stress me out, specifically handling the data that comes in from the phone call. How do you process it? What columns does it go to in like Airtable? Like, how do you make sure the output is good? And because a phone agent is actually dealing with customers at the end, and so like you have to make sure there's no edge case problems. So that's one of the problem with these AI systems. I don't know if I sent. Okay, we'll try this last one. And hopefully Lovable finishes some by now. It's also going to take Lovable some time to do this. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but the whole idea with instant agency is not to have it be done instantly, but have it be instant with your actions, if that makes sense. Like less cognitive effort. The least cognitive effort you exert, the more you can handle, the more scale you can do, and stuff like that. Okay, so these sites started coming in. We're gonna analyze that, but I'm just gonna. So we can analyze the sites while. Well, okay, these are starting to come in. Yeah. So, anyways, let's get started. Let's look at this one. Okay, compare and contrast. I don't know where Plumworks. Okay, Plumworks. First, let's see. This is not always going to create a great design. Again, I just made this, so it's going to take some time to perfect it. But let's look here. So the idea is not just to change the design, but also the copy, because these people are not necessarily copy experts. Again, I'm not criticizing this company here. I'm just saying, the idea is to make it more awesome. A lot of sites are pretty shitty. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say a specific company is shitty when I'm gonna analyze them. I don't want them to come back and hate on me or something. But I do know we can always do better, right? So right here you can tell already like the feel. Notice the feel here. versus the feel here, right? And as I'm explaining this to you guys, you can use this as a way to understand web design. And I don't recommend getting too technical with web design. I made this mistake of like, okay, I'm going to really get into technicality. I'm going to do the technical work to make sure it's good. I think after we get the infrastructure ready, we should start focusing on really high level principles, which the business actually cares about. They don't care about technical details. They care about the really high level things, like how does it feel to enter the site? You know, what's the design aesthetic? What are the colors? Really high level stuff like that. Copy is huge. So just the basic title, Kansas City Plumbing. I don't know if that's the same. Expert plumbing services with a neighborly touch. I mean, I guess both are fine. I don't know. The idea is to make copy better too. So this here positions. Um, I guess these are the different services. Okay. Or do we have different services here? Okay, I guess these are different services. 60 years. So again, so this is cleaner. You can put testimonials. I guess they put coupons here. Um, this is where they serve. And so the idea is to focus on the different components that they offer. A one-page site, these typically take you to the different areas of the one-page site. It doesn't take you elsewhere. It doesn't take you to a new page. And most companies, surprisingly, already have one-page sites. Well, I wouldn't say most, a lot of them. And this just sort of easily takes you to the different areas rather than, multiple different pages that could confuse them. And yeah, so you can just show them different designs. There's this one is a little bit more aesthetic. You may need to replace images. I like this one a lot more, actually. I think it's a lot cleaner, a better aesthetic. There's this. I guess this is the less text one. I like this too, actually. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I would submit this. So again, you have to see for yourself which ones you would submit, which ones you wouldn't. You kind of have to feel for that, right? I often don't check the copy much. I just sort of feel for the design, and then we can work on copy later. But the idea is that this is supposed to improve the copy as well. I like this. I like this idea of like aesthetic focus and less text. I don't know if that's high converting. I think it is. I see many companies doing that. I like this aesthetic. You play with different aesthetics. You see which one resonates with you. Notice you got some nice background stuff going on here. And look, the idea is you can go to different tools that produce really amazing sites. My take, personally, why I made this tool is because I don't care, and I don't think most businesses care about really amazing sites. I think personally, really amazing sites may backfire, where too much is going on. But, simple, professional, great design, unique, standout, great copy, unique sort of visuals. I think this is what they care about. And the idea is to focus, make it like a landing page kind of thing. That's really what businesses want. And then this is the second site. And let's sort of compare and contrast these. We have this one here, Best Plumbing KC, and this should also be Best Plumbing KC. Let's look at this real quick. Okay. I like the aesthetic here. I think it could be cleaner. This is a little too congested. That's another point I want to mention. So the idea is not just to take it as is. This is Lovable. I really love Lovable. Love Lovable. And so you can sort of just make small edits before you ship. You don't have to. Again, this is not the final design. This is the free design. You can make small edits like, hey, just increase this right here, the spacing. I think mostly everything else you can ship as is. And then you just sort of publish. You create the URL .lovable.app. Or what you can do, I found like some people complain about using Lovable. So what I do, well, I still use this, but what I plan to shift to is I have my site and then I use like a subdomain, mysite.com or whatever, to host it. And then they don't complain about Lovable. But also, I'm considering just telling them straight up, like, hey, I'm using different AI tools, and this is why it's amazing. So you're going to have to experiment with that. You publish it. It's really easy to publish. You just publish, connect it, and ship it. Hey, I made this for you. If you like it, let's talk, kind of thing. And yeah, that's about it. That's how you get started with an instant agency. Guys, I tried a lot of different AI automation services. I tried VoiceFlow, I tried Phone Agents, I tried cold email engines. They were all stressing me out. This actually excites me because I like website design now. I didn't like website design before. My dad would always tell me, "Let's do website design," and I was never interested because I never thought I could do amazing website design really easily. Like I didn't want to get into all the drag and drop or copy paste, figuring out. Okay, I don't want to also fit into an existing template. I don't like that idea either. I like sort of creating from scratch new designs and just seeing the potential there. And so now you can do it really easily, and that maybe makes AI automation as a path, AI automation agency as a path, like more approachable because now you can sort of not stress over it and imagine yourself scaling and just handling many clients at once. And you can sell these in production. Once you actually do this, you can literally give the same site in production, tweak it, add more images, whatever they want, 5, 10, 15 tweaks, whatever. Sell it for 600 to $2,000. You can start off low. You can even start at 200, $300, um, and work your way up, build up reputation and all that. And yeah, it's just the same thing, just tweaked up. Or if not this one, and the client wants a different one, that's okay because these are really fast to deliver now. So yeah, the barrier is dropping. All right, guys. If you like this tool, I don't know where it went. I lost it but it's reimagineapp.ai. There's a free plan. This is not, but you can join for free, and you can join Lovable for free and get started. Try it out. If you can give me feedback here, I'd love your guys' feedback to improve it, make it better for me and you. Yeah. All right. Peace.